As mentioned earlier, there are two types of decision constructs available in C language. One of them involves various combinations of if, else, and else if keywords, which are about to discuss, and the other one involves switch and case keywords, which we will take up next. We will start by understanding the structure of the first type of decision construct, which involves if, else, and else if keywords and their combinations. This is the journal structure of the first type of decision constructs. Every decision construct must have exactly one if block. The if block starts with the if keywords followed by a pair of common brackets, which is followed by a pair of curly brackets. The curly brackets defines the body of the if block, which contains the statements to be executed. This type of decision constructs may also have optional multiple else if blocks. The else if block starts with the else if keyword followed by a pair of common brackets, which is followed by a pair of curly brackets. Similarly to the if block, the curly brackets defines the body of the else if block, which will contain the statements belonging to the else if block. The construct can also have a single optional else block. The single optional else block does not have a pair of common brackets, but it does have a pair of curly brackets which define its body. A decision construct cannot have more than one else block. The relative order of if, else if, and else block is very important. The else if block appears after the if block and before the else block, and the else block always appears as the last block. Every decision construct must have an if block, whereas else if and else blocks are optional. But if they appear, the relative order of their appearance should be as mentioned before. As mentioned before, the first type of decision constructs consist of various combinations of if, else, and else if blocks. Let us have a quick walk through a representative set of such combinations. The structure has only the if block, and this structure has if block and an else block, and this one has an if block and a single else if block, and finally this one has an if block and multiple else if blocks. So far we have been seen and discussed the structure of the first category of decision constructs. In order to fully understand the concept of conditional execution, we need to understand the flow of execution of this type of decision constructs. Since the concept of conditional execution makes use of interpreting the values of variables as true or false, so we need to understand what kind of values are interpreted as true and what kind of values are interpreted as false. Zero values, whether integer or float, are interpreted as false. Null pointers and null character are also interpreted as false. Rest every other value is interpreted as true.